like I told him in my first conversation, it's a pleasure to have him on board on this side of the tournament in the Zalmi camp. But we always look at the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is how can Peshawar Zalmi win another title. We've been labeled as the most consistent team in the HBL PSL, but I think as us as a team starting over, it feels like 2016 all over again, where there was Shaida Fridi, there was myself, Young, Wahab Riaz, Cameron Akmal, and we built a legacy, I think, in the league. We built up a franchise to becoming one of the #1 sports brands in Pakistan. And now, starting over again with all the youngsters we have, Harris and Saim and all these youngsters, to have Babar Azam in that dressing room, it's a great thing to have. And like you said, one of the best batsmen in the world. If I could, impact anything when it comes to leadership to his game that will help us win a title, that would be the icing on the cake. I always tell people I don't see myself as a coach. I'm more, I call myself a tactician. And look, you look at Babar, there's not much more you could add to his game from a technical aspect of the game. What I could see my input is the tactical aspect, especially in the T20 format that we're playing in. Captaincy, leadership, working with men, from different places around the world in the dressing room. How do you manage that? How do you get a group of men to go out and perform? I think that's where my skills could be added to him. He captained. Did he captain? I don't think he captained Karachi, but yeah, he's here in an environment that's strong on teamwork. Peshawar Zalmi has never been an individual team. Our hallmark has been the way we've been able to play as a team, and to have a superstar like Babar, it doesn't change. It's about him bringing his extra skills and fitting in that environment that we've built over the last 7 years, and to make us even better. And it's my job and the coaching staff to bring that element and bring a nice environment in the team that will help us to win. I think I was there for the junior league when they announced I was going to be head coach, and I think one of the main things I said is we want to win. I think we're tired of being labeled as the most consistent team. We won championships. We've been to 4 finals. We could not convert half of that. So this season, everything we've done from that moment on in a draft with Mohamed Akram and Javed and all of the senior guys, everything we've done is get towards winning the PSL. Now we are here. Our first game is on Tuesday, the 14th. Valentine's Day, so hopefully we could have a great love affair with the PSL that we've had over the years. That could be the step where it takes us to, I think the 19th is the final, where it takes us to that day where we could actually win, because this is what we're about. We believe we could win this tournament, and like I said, the pieces that we've put together, including Babar, I think we're very capable of achieving our goal. Well, obviously he brings his performance, he brings his leadership, but it's not going to be solely on him. You've seen his squad runs throughout, the PSL for Karachi. But I think Karachi probably have only won one title like us and been to only one final. So it's not going to be only on Babar. And as I've said before, we have never operated like that, where it's a one-man team. It's going to take every individual. It's going to take the coaching staff to prepare the guys for battle. It's going to take Baba's leadership. It's going to take his players' performances and consistency. We will need a stroke of luck, but you know, if we work really hard, you know, the luck comes our way. And what I've seen so far since I've been here, we got some exciting youngsters, which are wary to go. I could see Baba himself switching franchise. That in itself is motivation. First game is against Karachi, you know, so that sets the tone. And Peshawar Zalmi has never operated as a one-man team, so we are looking forward to continue, you know, operating as a family, because that's really what we are. And yeah, I believe we could do that. To be honest, I know we're rebuilding, but I'm really excited. You know, Coach Akram, you know, we sit down and we discuss, you know, the players, the caliber of players we have, both junior, both local and overseas. Man, it's like, I always, when I select a squad, I try to pick the 11 first. And when I pick the 11, I always look at how balanced my bench is. I'm telling you, we got something in store for our fans. You could see the excitement on my face. I'm really pleased with what we got out of the draft, because sometimes it's a touch and go, you know, but what we were looking for in the draft, I think we got it, and we're quite happy with what we have in our squad. We have, when you look at the overseas players that we have, you know, Rajapaksa, we have TKC, who's Zalmi, he's been there with his third season. You have Rovman Powell, who's become so mature over the last year or so, you know. His form is crazy. Then you have Jimmy Neesham, who's in a final for Pretoria in the SA20. You have leg spinner out of Australia, Peter. You know, we've covered all the bases. And then locally, Mohamed Harris. I mean, look, I said it, you needed him. When I was in Australia watching the World Cup, I said, you got to have him playing. The energy he brings in at the top of the inning. You know, young Saim, who I've been following, is the leading run scorer, I think, in the domestic competition. These are youngsters who raring to go. You know, we have, I guess we even have a minister, you know, in our lineup, Wahab, with the experience he brings, you know, Ashad, you know, we got so much experience. And that, I think, if we manage quite well, which I think we will do, and put together an 11 that will go out there and, you know, hopefully make Baba's job easy out there on the field, but most importantly, contribute and perform in a way that will help us win games and take us to a championship. Well, I don't think surprise. I think our reputation speaks for itself. You know, I don't believe what we do is surprising. We've shown year in that, yeah, they don't call us the most consistent team for a reason. We don't do things by surprise. I think we've shown that we are a team to beat. And like I said, even if we're starting over again, the future is bright for our youngsters, and it continues to be bright for Peshawar Zalmi. It's been an amazing journey. I never forget the first time I saw this number. I think +92 is the area code. It was a young Javed Afridi, you know, sending me a message, you know, welcoming me to the Zalmi team, you know, after the auction. And I remember I had to say something like, Zayam, Daren Sammy, Stasu Kapal team. And yeah, that started a relationship that today it's a great one. And the journey has been such that I feel like I'm at home. Zalmi will always be my home. I don't foresee me working with any other team except Peshawar Zalmi. It's if you cut my skin now, you'll see Zalmi blood coming out of it. You know, that's how the journey has been. You know, and the beautiful thing is, you know, Peshawar, I've visited there, you know, seen the effect of, you know, all the difficult times that Peshawar has been through. And I remember when we started, the videos showing like people from Peshawar, when the joy that the franchise brings to them via cricket, to me that's been the most exciting thing. You know, we entertain on the field, and the fans are happy, and you bring a joy and happiness to their face. And that's been the blessing in the journey for me. I've become a household name in Pakistan through Peshawar Zalmi. So it's something I'll always be thankful for. And the icing on the cake was being able to play a part in bringing cricket back here through the PSL. You know, and the many players that have traveled here to play. You know, I remember back in 2017, we saying myself, Marlon Samuels, Malang, and Chris Jordan, you know, winning a cup and having to fly out. And we said it was a small step in the right direction, and to be part of something that's bigger than cricket in itself. To fast track to now, we see Australia, South Africa, England, Sri Lanka, West Indies, you know, New Zealand. All these guys, the fans could watch Babar Azam score 100, you know, could watch Shah Afridi take 5 wickets. You know, it's something special. I don't think they ever saw Misbah score a test 100 here, but it gives me joy to know that, you know, I was part of something special. I think it was Dale Steyn or A.B. de Villiers who said, look, this league is one of the toughest ones, especially because of the quality of the local bowlers here in Pakistan. You know, it's unearthed so many talents for Pakistan cricket. I remember one called Hassan Ali, emerging player for us. 2 years later, he's the #1 ICC ODI bowler in the world. You know, Shah Afridi, you speak of young Mohamed Harris. You know, all these guys who come through, and that's the beauty of it all, when you get to gain the experience from the internationals that come in the dressing room, and impacting the knowledge on the locals, and they now putting that to work and excelling. You know, when I sit at home and I was watching Hassan Ali swinging and helping Pakistan win a Champions Trophy, and I know he started in the Peshawar dressing room, and Mohamed Akram telling me, this kid, you got to watch out for him. You know, and to see it come to fruition, I mean, it's special. And that's what the league's supposed to do. And hopefully it continues to do that. Probably one aspect you'd say the league has produced more bowlers than batters, but I guess it's because, you know, most of the 3, 4, 5 are all foreign players. So maybe something that, you know, we could look at for further development of more Pakistani batters. But apart from that, it's been a great advocate for developing cricket here in Pakistan. The low part has been losing 3 finals. Yeah, losing 3 finals I think we lost, 2 in a row. Islamabad, then Karachi. Yeah, that was a low point, because, I mean, you do all the hard work and just the last hurdle to jump over, you didn't make it. But other people would not see it as a low, but for us as competitors, and players at that time looking to win championships, having been there 4 times and only converting once, that was probably the only low. The high point, I think I've mentioned, the way we took a franchise out of Peshawar and made it into a global brand. Kudos to the players, kudos to our owner, Javed Afridi, but it took a whole team, the backroom staff, you see, sharing our content to the world, and the way the players, I was part of the leadership for 4 seasons, my team, the way they performed, that's been a high. Obviously, winning a final in Lahore in 2017, that's up there, and that's the type of feeling we're chasing again this year. But it's been a great experience, and that's why I'm still here, looking forward to creating more memories, highs more than lows, and inshallah we do that this year. I don't think it's rivalries. I wouldn't call it rivalries, but look, we've had some battles against a team called Quetta. The battles we've had with Quetta in playoff matches, like 1 run here, winning, twice in 2016, 2017. They defeated us in the playoffs by 1 run after we were in commanding positions. 1 call, I think, one time it was Nawaz who, almost got a hat trick when we needed 3 out of 3. This stuff that could give you a heart attack. We always have these battles with Quetta, and it so happened that we did beat Quetta in the finals. And then, the last finals we lost, they beat us right here in Karachi. But yeah, myself and Mohammed Akram was talking about it. We've had some heart-wrenching moments playing against Quetta. But again, the league is quality. We respect all our opponents. At one point, Lahore couldn't come out and go into the playoffs. Look at how they've turned things around. And you can't really pick a winner. It's who play the most consistent throughout the tournament, and when they get to the finals, who wants it the most comes out on top. So I'm actually looking forward to the battles with all the 5 franchises, and hopefully the display we put on help us win matches, because it's not going to be an easy tournament to win, but it's one we prepared for as the Zalmi franchise. Well, before I say anything, I would like to say, the Yellow Storm, Peshawar Zalmi fans are number 1. The way we and our fans are connected, it's something different. But you are right. When you play in front of a full stadium and you hear the place is buzzing because of the HBL PSL, cricket is the winner. I never forget the experience, first time in Pakistan, stepping out in the Gaddafi Stadium in that final, the roar from the crowd. I felt like I was playing in St. Lucia, in the Daren Sammy cricket ground. So fans play a big part. We're just coming from 2 years of COVID, where we were playing in front of empty stadiums. Man, I can't wait for us to see the fans again inside the stadium, supporting the different teams, and it will create an atmosphere that is good. Other youngsters will be motivated when they could be close to Babar Azam, close to Hassan Ali, close to Shaheen Shah Afridi, close to Rizwan. it creates that kind of chemistry, that connection with the fans that will allow a young kid or a young man, a young boy or girl to say, you know what, I want to play cricket. And that's what you want, to develop new fans, new fan base, new interest into the sport. And if the league could create that, they win it.